Hey, Jack Squad, how everybody doing? Hope all is well, and I hope you're making it happen for yourself. Got to make it happen for yourself. Happy Sunday. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. Got to do all the things. And all of my social media stuff is down in the description box, as well as my email and my Cash App. If you want to donate to my channel, do so through the Cash App. Thank you so much. Listen, y'all, let me tell y'all something. I'm a prepared kind of person, right? I'm prepared. I research, I prepare, I'm a prepared, outline, step-by-step kind of gal, right? So this morning I get up, like I told y'all, my schedule has changed, so I don't work on Sundays anymore. So I'm on a quest again to find me a church, right? Okay, cool. Found one I think I want to go to. I still ain't sure, but I was on the website, to get the directions, because it was up the street from me. And it said they were closed. Now, I don't know if they closed or not. And let me tell y'all something about a lot of times with churches. They don't give their times. Some of them do if they got a website. But if they don't have a website, they don't give their times. You don't know what time they start, right? Because since the pandemic, churches are starting earlier. They're shorter. It's different rules and regulations. So I thought this church was open every Sunday, and it still may be. But when I go online, it said closed. Now, there was a small portion on their website that says something about the first and third Sundays. They do something special for kids. So I'm like, I don't know if they open. I ain't going up there. I want to go to church. I'm ready. I'm prepared. I'm going to church, right? So I didn't go. So I came back home, regrouped. Let me find a church. Now, this church started at 9. So it's almost 9. I like to be in the parking lot before 9, get my spot. I'm prepared, y'all. I like to be on time. So now it's almost 9, and there's a church. I was like, okay, let me look. So I looked around 30, 40 minutes. Okay, one started at 10, so I go there. Right, but let me tell you, I had a heck of a time. So I had on my real cute, I got some blue suede, this color, royal blue, Jessica Simpson pumps, right? Got them on. Before I can get out the door, the little piece that be on the heel came off. I could feel it. And can't nobody see it, but I could feel it. And, once I feel funny, right? I think everybody know, but don't nobody see, right? That was number one. Number one was I thought the church wasn't open, so I didn't go. Number two, the thing on my heel fell off. Number three, my lashes didn't do right. So I had took one off, and I said, when I go in the house, I put it back on. Get outside to the car and look in the mirror and see, oop, the lash ain't on. Got to go back in the house. When I tell you I started this process about 4 or 5 times. Well, I found the little church, and I felt the spirit as soon as I got in there. It's a small church, older crowd. It was short, though. They gave me what I wanted, but it was short. It was only an hour long. I need 2-3 hours, right? That's what I'm used to. Hour and a half at least. But anyway, they sung good. The pastor wasn't there. There was another pastor. He preached okay. So it was okay. And I will go back. I had said while I was sitting there, I'm going to find a church and visit it for a month. Then find the next one. That way give it a chance to see what I like, right? Instead of going every Sunday, going somewhere different. So that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do, y'all. I got to find out first if this church I've been wanting to go to since I moved here, but they were closed. And I think they open, and they start at 9, but I don't know if they open every Sunday. I got to find that out this week. Anyway, I went. I did it, right? I went. And so now I'm talking to you guys, and I'm just going to just give a little brief synopsis on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Now listen, Love and Marriage Huntsville has took a turn, and I think they realize that it has taken a turn, and it's not what it started off being. Because I see on this episode, Martell says, I want to have a meeting with everybody, and let's get back to what we was doing in the beginning. And I see on the preview that they all at a round table together. Because they have realized that it has gotten out of whack, and it's gotten love and hip-hop-ish. That ain't what we want. When we want love and hip-hop, we watch love and hip-hop. From y'all, we expecting black excellence, right? So, and I watch it all. I like it all. But I'm just saying the premise of this show took a big old left turn. Mainly because of Tisha's mama. Now, let me tell you about the episode. So, Tiffany, she heard her husband left. They didn't show Big Lou. I think Big Lou said, I'm going to sit this one out. I'm sick of y'all right now. I'm sick of y'all right now. So, we didn't see Lou. Tiffany goes to see, who she go see first? She went to see Destiny first. Destiny is a pretty girl. She don't know how to dress. She keep wearing them cutout outfits that don't look right. Cutout is cool if you got big chest, but you got to fill them out, right? Anyway, she go, and I feel Destiny. She's saying, now Mel did speak, they showed it, but she didn't speak proper. That's why the girl didn't hear. She said, hey, Destiny. Destiny didn't hear. When you come into my establishment, my home, my whatever, I need a proper hello, because you came into my situation. Because if I come into your situation, I'm saying, hey, how you doing? Right is right, wrong is wrong, right? Mel didn't feel the need. She just there because she filming. She got a job to do. That's my opinion. So anyway, Destiny's telling Tiffany about that situation. Now, what I didn't like from last week's episode, and they replayed again, Mel was in there all that time. Destiny said nothing but gave her the side eye and the evil eye. As soon as she go out the door, you go to the door and say something. You're supposed to handle that inside your business. That business was supposed to handle it immediately. Immediately, right? It looked tacky when you handle it afterwards. It looked scary. It looked punkish. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, she's telling Tiffany. Tiffany, in turns, goes and tells Stormy about what happened. And Stormy says, I've never seen a grown woman act like Miss Wanda. Now, I haven't seen it. I might have been one of them, right? If it called for that, right? But that was totally uncalled for, Miss Wanda. It was totally uncalled for. We didn't even put no miss on your name. You Wanda. Wanda Jean. That's what I believe her name probably is, Wanda Jean. Wanda Jean, that was uncalled for. Okay? That was uncalled for. And I don't think, toe-to-toe, you don't look healthy enough to really whoop Mel, right? That's all I'm saying. I ain't saying that you can't, you can't fight. I'm saying you don't look healthy enough to whoop Mel. That's what I'm saying. And she kept saying, because I'm Bessemer. I ain't never heard of Bessemer until I started watching the show and Move Down South. I ain't never heard of Bessemer. I don't know what their ratings is on toughness, right? But I ain't never heard of it. I guess when you're down there, they know Bessemer is where they come from. That they there in Bessemer, right? I was looking at her like, in my head, it just took me back to junior high, to the 8th and 9th grade. It just took me back. Like, all that acting and clowning and can't hold me back. Like, Miss Wanda, come on. And then for you, Wanda Jean, I don't know what her name is. I'm calling her Wanda Jean. She's going to be Wanda Jean now. Miss Wanda, you ain't got to earn that back. Wanda Jean started talking about somebody's kids and who their baby daddy is and this and that. And all because her man was in Mel's DMs and Mel told it, right? Tisha daddy. Now listen, you too old to be worried about that. You've been with that man 75 years. He ain't going nowhere. Let him be in the DM. Who cares, right? You don't want him nowhere. You got a boyfriend, too, right? So anyway, I think that was all very immature and uncalled for. If you had a real beef, okay, get down with how you get down. But it wasn't you just being ghetto. She's ghetto, right? And that was uncalled for. Now, Mel saw this as an opportune time because she don't respect Destiny to start it right there. You could have went over Wanda's house. You could have met her over Tisha. You could have did a whole bunch of stuff instead of on the day of Destiny's relaunch. Totally disrespectful. Totally disrespectful. That's what I'm saying. Totally disrespectful. Because if they had done it to Mel, she'd have escorted them off. It would have been a problem, right? So Mel was wrong too. Totally disrespectful. They both was wrong. But Wanda is the bigger threat to the integrity of the show. I'm going to say that, right? Because you can get the crowd that's going to watch it, but that's not how you start it, right? And I do see on the previews, when they sit down at the table, Mark, the first thing he said was, your mama got to go. Now, Tisha sits there and look all stupid all the time when they telling about her mama. Your mama wrong. And then, after that, Stormy goes to see Destiny. Now, that looked forced. That whole thing looked forced. Matter of fact, every conversation Destiny had looked forced. It looked forced with Tiffany. It looked forced with Stormy. It just looks forced, and she's filming because she need to get her bag, right? But it looks forced, and I can see that she ain't on it, right? I don't know how long that'll last for Destiny, especially when you bad with the executive producer who used to be your friend and you don't want nothing to do with her. Stormy now, what made it look forced was Stormy was real rah-rah, right off the rip. She was real rah-rah, right? But now you want to make amends and you want to do this. Sometimes it's levels to that, or you have to give people space, give them time. Like you can't be all rah, rah, rah for no reason, which I thought was no reason at the pajama situation. And now you want to kumbaya. You got to give me a minute. You got to give me a minute, right? And I feel Destiny, I feel Destiny, right? Stormy is going to keep interjecting and wanting them to talk. Ain't no need to talk. Everybody don't have to be friends with everybody. Period. And we ain't have to be friends. We can get this bag together. You do you and I'm gonna do me. That's what I would say, but I don't believe she can say that. You know what I'm saying? But it looked forced. Then we got Funky Dineva comes to Black, right? I really like that name, Black, and the way they spelled it. I'm down with the Q's. And he tells Tisha right off top, it's your mama. Your mama got to go. And Tisha's sitting there looking puzzled. Like, you got 75 degrees, girl. You know your mama is the problem. And then she tried to explain. She said, well, I tell her, but I don't talk loud, and I ain't aggressive, and this and that, and she's still going to do what she want to do. Okay, your mama got to go. And I believe Tisha got mama on there because mama getting a check from that. But you have to cancel you, Wanda. Wanda going to have to get canceled because you can't control you. And you too old. And you too old. Somebody slap the taste out your mouth and slap some teeth out or something, then it's going to be a problem. And you'd be a liability. She's a liability. She's a liability any way you look at it, right? Because that ain't the premise of the show. Now, put her over there with not Real Housewives, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, over there with Mama D and them, see how you fare up. You know what I'm saying? Put her over there with who else? Who over there? Put her over there with Mama D. Mama D get her together. You know what I'm saying? Who else? Put her over there with Candy Mom, with Real Housewives. All the Birth and them get her together. That ain't that, right? So, and Funky tells her, your mama fights your battles. She said it very well. Your mama fights your battles and you turn a blind eye to it like you don't know. You can't be that naive. And your mama got to go. And Marceau say, I've been telling her that. And he's told her, you better not agree with him because I've been telling you that, right? Now, Marceau and Martell said they talked it out with men, but they're not going to do no business together, which is unfortunate for Martell, right? Tisha don't want it because she's got to be on her mama's side, because it's still Tisha and Marceau again, in Tisha's mind, against Mel and Martell. It's still like that. Her and her mama against Mel and Martell, so that's not going to happen. So anyway, it didn't give much. A lot of the scenes looked forced, except for the Funky scene. That was a real scene. I appreciate everything he said. Martell goes to see the friend guy doing business with, tell them that if they're not going to do business, but they did squash their beef. It didn't really give much, but it's a setup. Like Love and Marriage Huntsville is always a setup to the next thing, right? But it didn't really give much. I ain't really got much to say about it, except that Wanda Jean need to go. Or we see you on the holidays or something, because I ain't trying to take nobody bag from them, but you causing too much confusion. And that scene with the fight was too much for you. For you. Now, if you was 25, 35, even 45, you 55, it's too much. It's too much. It's too much. So that's my take on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Y'all hit the like button for me. Like I said, tomorrow's Monday. I don't know when I'll be going live, but I will. I got to see what they're going to do. But anyway, y'all, thanks for watching Jackie with a Q. Let me see. My show come on. Potomac come on tonight, and Married to Medicine. I said I was gonna talk about Married to Medicine. It's just I am tomorrow. I'm gonna talk about Married to Medicine. I'm gonna go from back and bring it up. All right, y'all. Everybody be cool and happy Sunday.